Time now for News Extra on KNEB. And with our program, here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Our guest today on News Extra is Tracy Zayac. She is a policy advisor over at the North Platte NRD, and they are doing a first-time thing coming up tomorrow, and I actually get to be part of this. 30 people. We're all going to talk about drought and drought scenarios during the day. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. All right. So tell us what a drought tournament is, first of all, what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Sure. So a drought tournament is a competitive style group event where we bring together a group of participants from a lot of different interest areas and sectors and from across the NRD, and we break you up into teams and we ask you to come up with plans for how to deal with a specific drought scenario that we present you with.
All right. And we're going to have like 3 or 4 different drought scenarios tomorrow. Is that right?
There will be 3, yes.
Okay. And when we discuss this, do we discuss the impact on agriculture, communities, varying
That's right.
scenarios, right?
That's right. You'll be talking about not just agriculture. You'll be talking about public health. You'll be talking about water supply, domestic water supply, public water supply, air quality impacts, environmental impacts, pretty much everything you can think of that could possibly be impacted by a drought.
All right. So you came up with this idea from where?
The National Drought Mitigation Center at the University of Nebraska has put on a number of these in other states. And I thought that this was a good way to get people in the Panhandle to start talking about and planning for drought in a fairly friendly, competitive, and low-key kind of way. And then we'll take the information that we get from this drought tournament and fold it into actual drought planning that the NRD will be engaged in later next year.
All right. So we have 30 people. They're from all different sectors. Mm-hmm. The media, most of them from agriculture, though?
We have some from agriculture. We also have some from agribusiness and other kinds of business. We have a couple of social services and public health participants. We also have some local and regional government representatives, county government, city government kinds of people. So we tried to get together as diverse a group of participants as possible to bring as many different kinds of perspectives into the room as we could. And we recognize that most of the people in the room wear more than one hat. For example, an educator may also be a farmer. And so having those varied perspectives, even in one person, is going to be valuable to the discussion.
All right. We'll take a break, tell you exactly what occurs after the drought tournament is done right after this.
From the first 2x4 to the last floor tile, save 11% on everything at Menards, including thousands of sale items, so you can finish your latest project and start planning the next big thing. Save on all steel roofing, available in 31 colors and can be custom cut to length. It's hail, wind, and fire resistant. Save big money and get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices now at Menards. Good through November 19th. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We're talking about a NRD Drought Tournament that is going on tomorrow over at the North Platte NRD office. And there's going to be about 30 people attending this. And like Tracy Zayac just said, it's a group of people getting together for discussions about different scenarios regarding drought. They'll present 3 or 4 different scenarios to the group, which is divided into teams, and then then those teams just kind of give you a plan to address those scenarios. It's kind of a competitive tournament, you mentioned, because there's prizes awarded at the end.
That's right. The top scoring team, in other words, the team that has the best ideas for drought planning at the end of the day, there will be a $25 Visa gift card awarded to each of those team members.
Wow. All right. Very good. So, how do you judge them as to whether they've done a good job of presenting scenario? Is it kind of subjective on the part of yourself and other people, or?
It's kind of subjective. We put together some guidelines of the important things that we're looking for and what we want to see people do is develop plans that could be implemented now if they wanted to, that involve concrete steps for taking action. We also want people to be thinking about how the strategies that they come up with are going to affect economic sectors, environmental sectors, social and public health sectors, and how do you deal with the effects of your plans on those groups. We also want people to be thinking about how would you pay for the things that you propose to do in a drought. And so the teams that cover those topics most effectively, that have diverse strategies and diverse funding portfolios, who really put a lot of effort and thought into what they come up with, those kinds of plans are going to score more highly. So yes, it is a bit subjective, but we do have some standards that we've developed that we'll be using to look at everybody's plans at the end of each round.
All right. You guys haven't had to really worry about drought over the last 3 years necessarily, but we did before that.
That's right.
And it looks like maybe we may have to worry about it again next year if we don't start getting some moisture around here soon, right?
That's true. And some of the climate projections that I've seen are suggesting that it's going to continue to be fairly mild and dry for a while. So this is a good time to start talking about drought planning before we're actually in the middle of one, so that we can be proactive and ready for it as opposed to just reacting because we weren't ready.
Yeah. And you guys may use, actually are hoping you get some ideas to use as you move forward in planning for one from this tournament, right?
That's right. The NRD is going to be developing a drought plan in 2017, and we're hoping to take a lot of the information that the participants develop in this tournament and fold it into the plans that the NRD will be putting forward. We're also hoping that we can stimulate some conversations with some of the other groups in the community about what each of those groups can also be doing sort of on their own or in collaboration to prepare for drought.
Yeah, because you guys work with the cities and the county and everything. When it starts getting dry around here, everybody kind of pulls together and works together on addressing what the situation is, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, well, it should be interesting tomorrow, the NRD Drought Tournament. And again, it's over at the NRD office, right? No,
it's actually going to be at the Harms Advanced Technology Center at Western Nebraska Community College.
Okay, what time does it start?
It starts at 9 a.m. We're asking participants to be there not later than 8:45, just so we can get everybody situated and start on time.
All right, well, that helps me out. I don't know where I need to be and what time. And I know I'm going to be there all day for the most of the all day long, right?
It is an all-day event. Yes, it goes until 5.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, I appreciate you coming in to talk about this, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. We'll see what happens with it tomorrow. The NRD Drought Tournament over at the Harms Center, again, starts around 9 o'clock, runs until 5. Should be an interesting day for about 30 of us tomorrow.
That's right. We're excited.
All right. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.